What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Horror, and today we are going to be doing a massive Christmas-themed video. Now, I have done big Christmas videos in the past. Last year, I ranked all the Christmas horror movies I've seen, but I've never ranked all the Christmas movies I have seen. So, you know, I usually talk about horror movies, but we do have some horror movies on here, so I think this still counts as a horror video. If it doesn't, well, I don't care. So I've seen a lot of horror movies. I've seen approximately 50, a little bit more, I think. And I put them all on a tier list, so we're just going to be going through and talking about all the Christmas movies I've seen. A couple things before we get started. One, if your favorite Christmas movie is not on this list, it means I haven't seen it. And two, I have a bunch of movies that on here that some people consider Christmas movies that other people don't. I wanted everything that people consider Christmas movies to be on here, even if I don't consider a lot of them to be Christmas movies, such as Die Hard. It's not a Christmas movie. It's not, okay? It's not a Christmas movie. But I put it on here because I know a lot of people do consider it a Christmas movie, so when it comes to some of those movies, I just put them on here because. So, there's some that are borderline. Just know it's because most people consider them Christmas movies. And yeah, like I said, if it's not on here, it means I haven't seen it. I've found all of the ones I have seen, so every single Christmas movie that I've seen is on here. Let's go.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh my God!
Okay, so here we are at the tier list. At the top, we have The Spirit of Christmas, the movies I would happily watch on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, around the Christmas season, and if I don't, it is a failed Christmas. Then we have Jingle All the Way, movies that I'm always going to be happy to watch. I'm never going to turn off. They're good movies. If I go through the entire Christmas season and don't watch them, I'm not going to be upset. Then we have Stocking Stuffer, just fun little movies that, you know, if someone turns them on, I won't turn it off. They're just fun. They're enjoyable. You know, they're fine. Then we have Ho Ho No, which is the movies that I will not want to watch around Christmas time. But if I have to, if someone really wants to, I'll sit through it. And at the bottom, we have Naughty, for the ones that I will not sit through and I will request you turn off. So, starting off the list, this is in a completely random order, we have Better Watch Out. And Better Watch Out is actually our first Christmas horror film on the list. And this one, I'm going to stick it into Jingle All the Way. Hello? What is going on? There it is. Okay. Jingle All the Way. Because it's fun. I enjoy it. It's a good movie. But once you know the twist, it kind of takes a lot of the value out of it because you're not... the whole point of you enjoying it the first time around is that you're not expecting there to be a twist. And there is a fantastic twist in this one. It has a super hateable villain, a couple of very good kills, and it's good, but I'm also not really a guy who likes to watch horror around the Christmas season. I'm a horror movie lover. I love horror movies more than anything, but on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I'm not really going to be prone to reach for the old horror movies. So let's move on to the next horror movie. They got two back-to-back. Black Christmas. This, if I were to reach for a horror film, it would be Black Christmas. This is a fantastic movie. Amazing. 5 out of 5. Still going to go and Jingle All the Way, because the top tier has to be a good movie, and I would gladly watch it on Christmas. I would not gladly watch this one on Christmas. It's dark. It's a bit depressing, but I still really, really like this movie. It is in my top 20 horror movies for sure. I love it. It's like I said, it's 5 out of 5. I just would not watch it during the Christmas season, so for that, I cannot put it in the top. Next up, we have A Charlie Brown Christmas. Now, I have some TV specials on here that aren't really movies. Like this one, I think it's like a half-hour long. But I included them. And this one is going to be our first entry into the spirit of Christmas. I watched this... Oh, there it is. I used to watch this movie pretty much every Christmas Eve. Now I kind of sprinkle it in earlier. Maybe I'll watch it on Christmas Day. But every Christmas season, I find myself watching A Charlie Brown Christmas. It's just so light and fun. It's only a half hour long. So if you just have a little bit of time remaining, you're like, hey, I haven't watched Charlie Brown Christmas yet. Let's toss it on. Now we have Santa's Sleigh. I didn't realize we have a lot of horror movies to start off with. And Santa's Sleigh, by the way, go check out my top 10 Christmas horror movies video. I just released it, and this movie was on there. But it's not very good. It's not very good, I'll be honest. I think I was a bit too nice on it in my top 10 video. I'm going to put this one into ho-ho no, okay? It's fun seeing Bill Goldberg run around killing people as Santa Claus. It has a great concept. Like, it's about Santa is a demon, and he lost a bet with an angel, so he had to deliver gifts for, like, however many years, and now that that's over, he's reverted back to his demon self. But the characters in this movie drag it down a significant bit. They're awful. They're horrible characters that I hate following, and their dialogue sucks, and the soundtrack might be the worst I've ever seen in a movie. So not one I'm going to be too pumped to rewatch, but if I had to, I guess I'd have a little bit of fun with it, so that's why it's not on the bottom. Now we have The Grinch. I think this is from 2018. The Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch. I hated it. I hated it. I'm sorry. I know that, like, the other two Grinches are iconic. You'll see the Jim Carrey one way higher. But this one, I'm going to stick it in ho-ho no. Wouldn't say it's quite naughty, but it's pretty bad. I didn't like it at all. The Grinch he just doesn't feel... Like, the whole point of the Jim Carrey Grinch is that he's mean and he's funny. This guy, he's barely even, like, a nuisance. Like, he's barely even a threat at all throughout the movie. And, like, to the point where, like, when it got to him stealing Christmas, I was like, okay, yeah, let's run through the beats again. Okay, all right, have fun. Yeah, I hate this one. I cannot stand it. But if one of my younger cousins or one of my... Yeah, if a child were to put this on, I would not force them to turn it off. Because, well, first off, they're a child. Second off, it's not that bad, I guess. Next up, we have It's a Wonderful Knife. Now, I've talked about this movie multiple times on this channel. If I were to pick a horror movie on Christmas, it's a Wonderful Knife. I love this movie, okay? I have not seen It's a Wonderful Life. I don't watch the old movies, so White Christmas, Miracle on 34th Street, they're not on here. They probably should be, but they're not, because I haven't seen them. But It's a Wonderful Knife is going to go up into the spirit of Christmas. Like I said, if I'm going to pick a horror movie, it is It's a Wonderful Knife 10 out of 10 times. It is light, it's fun, it's funny, it's like a comedy, horror twist on It's a Wonderful Life. I love the characters. It has Catherine Isabel in here, who is obviously Ginger Snaps, so I love seeing that, because that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love this movie. It is up in the top tier. Again, not really a horror movie guy on Christmas, but that's the one I'd make an exception for. Next up, we have Jingle All the Way. And Jingle All the Way is one that I just watched this year for the first time. And I can safely say I didn't love it. But I'm going to stick it in stocking stuffer. If someone were to put it on, if one of my family members, if I'm at Christmas Eve, someone puts it on, I'll sit down and have a good time, okay? It's enjoyable. It's fun. You can't take it seriously. It's a comedy. It's kind of kids' comedy, but most of the Christmas movies are. It's enjoyable. I never once was, like, sitting there thinking, man, this is a good movie. But I was also never bored by it. So, I'd be happy watching Jingle All the Way. Now we have The Christmas Carol, and this is the version that I have seen. I don't know which version it is, but I looked it up. That's the one I've watched. And it's going in stocking stuffer. It's literally just a Christmas Carol. Have you heard the Christmas Carol story? It's Ebenezer Scrooge. He's visited by 3 ghosts. He learns to love Christmas by the end of it. That's all you get. Like, it's fun. I'm not really a person who loves that story and it's like I have to watch a Christmas Carol every Christmas, but I guess I wouldn't be upset with it. It's just the same story, so I just don't really care that much. Now we have A Christmas Story. This is my dad's favorite Christmas movie of all time. Sorry, Dad, I'm putting it in Jingle All the Way. Okay, I do watch this every Christmas because my dad watches it every Christmas. But if I went to Christmas and we skipped it on accident, I wouldn't be upset. I'm going to be honest. It's fun. It's funny. It has some very good, iconic moments. Like, every scene in this movie is iconic as hell. But if we skipped it one year, I can't say I'd be crying my eyes out, but you know, I enjoy watching it every year. It's on like a few TV stations 24/7 from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day, so you're never gonna really miss it. Yeah, it's good. Next up, we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original animated film. This one might be a short as well. This one's just gonna go in stocking stuffer. I'm never gonna seek it out. Especially because there's better versions of The Grinch out there. But it is a fun little... It's just the book. Like, it's just the book in animated form. So, you can't not have fun with it. It's just a little short, shortened version of The Grinch story. So, yeah, I'm not going to be upset with watching it, ever. Now we have the controversial one. Die Hard. Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, guys. I'm sorry. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. A Christmas movie needs to have more than just it takes place on Christmas. It has to have something to do with Christmas. This movie just happens to be Christmas. So, there's more on this list that we'll get into that I don't think are Christmas movies. But people think Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and it's heavily debated. It's not. Okay? I want my Christmas movies to be Christmas. And this movie isn't. There's nothing to do with Christmas besides it takes place on Christmas, it's at a Christmas party. With that being said, fantastic movie. Phenomenal. Like 5-star movie. But I can't put it in the top because I would never watch it on Christmas. So I'm going to put it in Jingle All the... What is with this freaking... Yeah, there we go. I'm going to put it in Jingle All the Way. I know some of my family members do think this is a Christmas movie. So if someone were to put it on, I would never turn off Die Hard. I love Die Hard. But it's not going to really get me in the Christmas spirit. Next up, we have Silent Night, Deadly Night. I have all 6 of those on here. I haven't seen the new one yet because I think it just came out literally... Or maybe it comes out tomorrow. But either way, it's not on here. The original... stocking stuffer. It's a slasher movie with a Santa Claus killer. I like that it kind of takes a little bit a different approach. It makes the killer the main character, so I like that. But otherwise, it's just a slasher movie. That's fun. Next up, we have Elf. And Elf is one that I think, watch every Christmas season. I've watched it like the last 4 years in a row, so I do watch it almost every year. But would I be pissed if we didn't watch it? No. Like, we could skip it and I would be fine. But, I mean, I was thinking about it and I would prefer that I watch it every year. So, I'm going to put it into the spirit of Christmas. Now, this is one that we could skip and I wouldn't be pissed about. But, I mean, I wouldn't want to. Next up, we have Frosty the Snowman. And like I said, some of these are just short TV specials. Frosty the Snowman is alright. Stocking stuffer. Like, it's just the song, but in movie form, and they add a couple things, but it's not one that I'm really seek out. I'll watch it if it's on, because, I don't know. Yeah, I just never really feel the need to go back on this one. Next up, we have Santa Claus is Coming to Town. This is one of the, like, old stop-motion movies. I think it's in, like, the same universe as Rudolph, so... this one's kind of like Santa's origin story, and I'm going to be honest. I didn't like this one. I didn't like it. I'm not going to put it in the bottom. I'm going to put it in Ho Ho No. But I didn't like this one that much. It kind of, like, just goes for a weird direction. Like, Santa Claus is a criminal halfway through, and that's why he's at the North Pole, is because he's fleeing from the police. I don't remember much about it, but I remember it being weird, and that I didn't like it. So as you guys know, I record most of my videos in parts. Like, I record a whole bunch, I edit it, get that all done, and then I record another part. That's what I'm doing now. But I figured I should record in front of my horror movie collection, because I just feel like I don't get to show it off as much. I have a lot of horror movies, okay? This is not the top shelf. There's one more above it. And this is not the bottom shelf. There's 2 more below it. So, yeah, this are my horror movies. Let's continue ranking some Christmas movies. So, starting off with the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, or I guess not starting off, getting back to. And this one, I'm going to stick into Stocking Stuffer. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I think it's like 45 minutes. It's just a fun little it's fun and enjoyable. That's all you really want from it. It's a Guardians of the Galaxy short, where you get to see characters you love going through a Christmas time, and there's actually a shocking amount of like stuff relevant to the Guardians of the Galaxy universe. So yeah, I love it. Now we have Hawkeye, and this is the only TV show I put on here because it's a mini series, and I figured that counts. I love Hawkeye. It is probably my second favorite MCU show, but with that being said, around the holiday season, I don't tend to just be like, all right, you know what, I'm going to sit down and watch Hawkeye. I'm going to sit down and watch 8 hours of TV. Just not something I usually do, so for that, I'm going to put it in Jingle All the Way, but still very fun. And it actually is pretty centered around Christmas, so I would definitely say Hawkeye is more of a Christmas thing than Die Hard is. And next up, we have the 2 Home Alone movies. I put them right back to back because they're the exact same movie. The rest of all these movies are in like a random order. It was just however Tiermaker put them. But I put these 2 movies together because people tend to hate the second one because it's just the same thing as the first one. But here's the thing. I love Friday the 13th and Paranormal Activity. So clearly I don't care about movies being the same as their original. Start off with the original. This one's going up Into the Spirit of Christmas. I love this movie. It is hilarious. It's amazing. I love it. Gets me into the holiday spirit every year. I have yet to watch it this year, so I got to get around to that. But Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, just as good. It's just as good, okay? I'm putting it in the spirit of Christmas as well. It ups it a little bit. You get this whole big city. You get him staying at the Plaza Hotel. You get him going to his relative's house and still being able to do all the traps. I really love both of these movies. If I can do a double feature of them, I will, because they're just both so great. Now we have Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, and there is a Twice Upon a Christmas, which we'll talk about here soon. This one, it's just like, I think it's like 3 or 4, just little short films with some Mickey characters. Stocking stuffer. I'm never gonna pick it. Like, I'm not a Mickey Mouse guy. Like, I'm not gonna seek out Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas when we have all these different movies available. So, now we have the only other Home Alone movie I've seen, Home Sweet Home Alone. And we have our first entry into Naughty. This movie is horrendous beyond fathomability. This is genuinely one of the worst films I have ever seen in my life. Because it is so unbelievably, unrealistically hard to mess up Home Alone. Get some robbers, get them to break into a kid's house, have the kid set up traps, have them get what's coming to them. This movie decides, hey, what if we make you hate the kid and like the robbers? What if we justify why they're breaking into the house, make you actually feel bad for them and be like, you know what? I hope they get that back. I actually would like them to break into this house and get this back because you've made them so sympathetic. Thank you for making them so sympathetic. No, he decides to do more traps on them that some of them are like borderline sadistic. Like, I know there's some violent traps in the first 2 movies, but god damn, this one's sadistic. And there's also some like very unrealistic traps where he like sneaks a VR headset onto the guy and oh, I don't even know that I'm not in VR right now. And it's just like, it's a kid's movie. I get it, but like, come on. Yeah, like, just making the robbers sympathetic is the worst move you could have possibly done. Because, like, if you're gonna give a character motivation to break into a house and make us, the audience, be like, I can see it. Why would you do that in a Home Alone movie? Next up, we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Jim Carrey edition. This is going up to the spirit of Christmas. Why does it always just... Okay, there, up to the spirit of Christmas. This is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. If I do not watch The Grinch every single Christmas, it's a failed Christmas, okay? This is an amazing movie. I've already checked it off this year. I'm going to still watch it again because I love it that much. Jim Carrey's performance and portrayal of the Grinch is my ideal portrayal. It's not that I hate either of the other 2 portrayals in the 2 animated movies. It's just Jim Carrey is so good. He's so funny.
That's a good one.
He's so scary when he wants to be. He's amazing. I love him. He's the main compliment I have for this movie. The other main compliment I have is the soundtrack, and the set design and production design is through the roof. It really feels like a Dr. Seuss town. Like, all the Who's look just how you'd imagine them. The cityscape looks amazing. I cannot stress enough how much I love this movie. It is easily my favorite Christmas movie. Like, if I had to pick one movie out of all of these, if I could only watch one movie on Christmas, I will pick How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2000 every time. Now we have Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, Better Watch Out. And now, like I said, it's just in completely random order, so yes, we did skip Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, but it is on here. We'll get to it eventually. It's, whatever. We'll find it when we get there. This is going into naughty. See, when I talk about my least favorite films of all time, this one's in serious competition, okay? Nothing happens. Nothing happens in this movie. There's no stakes. There's no threat. Is there even really anything to do with Christmas? Not really, but it's a Silent Night, Deadly Night movie, so I feel like I have to include it. So there's literally a moment in this movie where he kills a guy dressed up as Santa Claus, and he could have just put the suit on, and we would have had another Santa Claus killer. But they don't do that. They bring back Ricky from the last movie, who was a super fun, insane, batshit crazy villain that we loved seeing. And they strip him of his personality, make him just this walking, like, Frankenstein who kills people in the most boring and uncreative ways. And we get these characters, the main characters, who aren't characters. They have zero personality, and none of them know how to act. Like, literally, I don't think they actually were actors, because they don't act. They don't even react to anything. Like, you know that saying, acting is reacting? Well, they don't do that. Like, sometimes they'll literally get attacked, and then just be like, "I'm gonna go get pizza later." All right, next up, we got The Mean One. This is our fourth adaptation of The Grinch. I'm sticking this one into stocking stuffer. Why does it always do this? Okay, there it is. Not my ideal version of The Grinch, obviously, but it's fun as hell, okay? The reason I hate Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, and Popeye's Revenge is because they have nothing to do with the actual killer. They just happen to be named Popeye or Winnie the Pooh, and they have nothing to do with the original story. The Mean One is literally just Jim Carrey's Grinch, but if he killed people. And I love Jim Carrey's Grinch. And you get Art the Clown to play the Grinch. Perfect casting. I would have preferred if he could talk, but still, like I said, perfect casting. I love it. It's obviously not anywhere higher than the middle tier, because I don't love it that much, but it's fun, and I would consider watching it around Christmas time. But again, like I said, not much of a horror guy around the Christmas season. Now we have Krampus. Speaking of horror movies, this one's going to follow it into the middle. Stocking stuffer. It's fun. For like the first hour and a half, it ends on a really downer, just, it's a depressing ending, which is not something I usually want for my Christmas movies, especially when the rest of the movie is so, like, fun. But I still enjoy it. I have a good time with it. I'm always surprised by how Adam Scott, Toni Collette, and, like, just there's so many big actors in this that it's kind of shocking. It's by the same guy who did Trick or Treat. Obviously, Trick or Treat, one of my favorite movies ever. So I was really excited to see what he was going to do with the Krampus story. And I wasn't blown away, but I had fun nonetheless. Next up, we have Mickey's Christmas Carol, which is not the last time we'll see Mickey Mouse on this list. It's going into stocking stuffer. It's Christmas Carol, but with Mickey characters. They don't make any effort to change any of it. It's just Christmas Carol, but Mickey Mouse. So, yeah. Yeah. Next up, we have Terrifier 3. And of all the films on this list, even the ones that I don't consider Christmas films, this is the one that I won't touch with a 30-foot pole. Because Terrifier movies are extremely gory, extremely violent, and just the complete opposite of what I would want in a Christmas movie. But it is a Christmas movie, so I do have to include it. And I'm going to stick it into Stocking Stuffer. It's the only Terrifier movie that I enjoy. Hello? Hello? Please let me... Please let it... I hate this computer so much. I need to get a new one. Jesus Christ. What? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is the only Terrifier movie I like because there's a story and actual character development. I love Sienna. That's pretty much all I got. And next up, we have Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, which I think is just like 4 more shorts. This one's gonna go into Ho Ho No. Okay, I remember there being one short that I really liked, and that was the one with Goofy's son. The rest of them are unbelievably underwhelming. So, I added a stocking to the set, by the way, if you didn't notice. I'm so festive. Anyway, moving on, we have Jack Frost. This is not the Michael Keaton movie. This is the horror one. This one's gonna go into Ho Ho No. Okay, there are some... There we go. There are some Christmas horror movies like this that just go full comedy and are just like these fun slasher movies. But this one is not fun because Jack Frost is possibly the most annoying horror villain I have ever had the displeasure of watching. He is so annoying. His jokes are completely unfunny. They're not even puns. His voice is annoying. And there is a scene where he sexually assaults a woman to death. Not what I want to watch on Christmas. Next up, we have The Muppets Christmas Carol. And this is my preferred version of Christmas Carol. So for that, I'll put it in Jingle All the Way. I have the other 2 versions in Stocking Stuffer, so I'll put this one in Jingle All the Way. If this is my preferred version, put it up there a little bit. Because it actually changes it a little bit. It implements some of that Muppet-style humor and some of those, like, it implements all the Muppet characters. And I think that's fun, okay? I like the Muppets. They're funny. I've seen a decent amount of their movies. They're good. So seeing them in A Christmas Carol is a bit... It's unique, okay? It adds something to the story, unlike Mickey's Christmas Carol. Now, we have Paranormal Activity 6, The Ghost Dimension. Okay, here's the agreement. You guys think Die Hard's a Christmas movie, okay? You guys think Die Hard is a Christmas movie? You think Gremlins is a Christmas movie? You think Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie? Here's the deal. I get to say Paranormal Activity 6 is a Christmas movie then, okay? Can't argue it. It takes place around Christmas time. It's got to be a Christmas movie. So I get to say it's a Christmas movie. And like I previously mentioned, I love the Paranormal Activity franchise. It is competing for my favorite horror franchise with Friday the 13th. This is one of the movies in the franchise where I'll admit it's not good, but I have a lot of fun with it. And if I were to pick a Christmas movie, it probably wouldn't be this one because it has little to nothing to do with Christmas. But I wanted to put it on here to prove a point, and I'm going to stick it in Ho Ho No. Put it on here to prove a point, and then I still put it in like the bottom tier. So, yeah. Now we have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and this is the one that usually starts off my Christmas movie marathon, usually the first one I watch. Just like a fun little comedy for the holiday season. So for that, I'm going to stick it at least Jingle All the Way. Screw it. I'm putting it up at the top. Spirit of Christmas. I watch it every year. It actually gets some genuine laughs out of me. When the first time I watched it, I would have said, eh. Second time I watched it, I was like, okay, that was decent. This time I watched it, I think it helps what mindset you have going into it, because I was pretty depressed the other 2 times I watched this movie, and have gotten better, so don't worry about me. And I thought it was hilarious this time. So I genuinely think mindset has a huge thing to do with that. Next up, we have Black Christmas. This is the 2006 Black Christmas, the remake that is not horrible beyond fathomability. This one's still going to go into Ho Ho No, though. This is what I like with some remakes, where they try something new. The only thing that about this one is that what they try new makes it worse, because they add cannibalism and incest and stuff like that. So, yeah. Moving on, we have Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. And if we were ranking just the first half of this movie, stocking stuffer. I genuinely was like, okay, this might be the best Silent Night, Deadly Night movie. And then it just goes completely off the rails with a robot kid who wants to have sex with this lady who he's claiming his mother. So, yeah, I'm going to stick into Ho Ho No for that. Now we have The Nightmare Before Christmas. And here's the thing with The Nightmare Before Christmas. You have the people who watch it on Halloween. You have the people who watch it on Christmas. You have the people who watch it on both. I am a Halloween guy. I watch it more on Halloween. I think just the opening of it all really puts you in a Halloween mood. But that's not saying I would never watch it on Christmas. I watched it on Christmas a couple of years ago. I think it is still a solid Christmas movie. It is a top-tier movie. Like, I love this movie, but as far as just watching it on Christmas, I don't usually. So for that, I'm keeping it out of the top, and I'm only going to put it in Jingle All the Way. Now we have The Polar Express. This one I've seen is pretty polarizing. Some people think this is as good as you can get with Christmas movies, and some people think this is as bad as you can get with Christmas movies. I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't despise it, but I'm definitely going to put it into Ho Ho No. I would never, like, if all the Christmas movies you got on, like, Disney Plus and Hulu and stuff like that, if I see this one, I'm just going to skip past it every time. Now we have Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 Initiation, and this one, actually probably shouldn't be on this list, but it is a part of the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise, and it does take place around Christmas time, so it's on here. It's weird. It's a weird movie. It's, not completely unenjoyable, though. There was some moments where I got something out of it. So I'm going to put this one into Ho Ho No rather than the bottom tier, because I'm feeling a little bit of, Christmas season flowing through me. I'm feeling a bit generous. It probably should go in the bottom, but like I said, feeling generous. Next up, we have the most recent one, Oh What Fun. I watched this one. It came out on Prime earlier this month, and I'll be honest, I liked it. I had fun. I enjoyed this movie. I'm not going to say it's amazing. It definitely won't, be in my yearly rotation every year, but every once in a while, I might come back and revisit it, so I'm going to stick it in the middle in Stocking Stuffer. It was fun. I love Michelle Pfeiffer in it. Chloe Grace Moretz is one of my favorite actresses, so having her in here was amazing as well. I think every actor and actress in this puts in a great performance. They all really nail their roles. There was a lot of flaws. Some of the parts that I was like, okay, this is terribly unfunny. And a lot of the characters are unlikable for some of it, but I still think it's a very realistic take on, a family Christmas. There was so many times in this movie where I was like, yeah, no, that actually happens in my family. So, yeah, I really liked it. I like that it's kind of it's poking fun at how most Christmas movies are about dads, and it gives you one about a mom. And I'm really close to my mom, so it really hit close to home for me as well. So I could see why you wouldn't like it as much as I do, but like I said, some relatability to it, so yeah, it's in the middle. Now we have Deck the Halls. This is the one that I picked out to watch because I was like, hey, that looks interesting. It's got Danny DeVito. It's got, can't remember his name off the top of my head, Ferris Bueller. And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. No, this one's not funny at all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm putting it in Ho Ho No. It's just one of those basic holiday comedy movies that you can get from literally anything else. You want to watch a holiday comedy movie like Deck the Halls, find literally anything. It was so unoriginal, uncreative. If someone were to put it on, it's probably the best of the ones in this category, so I wouldn't feel the need to be like, no, I won't watch this, but given how many other options there are, it would never come back on for me. Now we have Black Christmas 2019.
Because men have all the power.
Not all men have power. It's just not all men. Not all men are rapists, Chris. Okay, I'm not.
Sorry. What were we talking about again? Oh yeah, Black Christmas 2019. Yeah, this is naughty. You know how I said Silent Night, Deadly Night 3? Why won't it not load? Come on. There you go. You know I said Silent Night, Deadly Night 3 is in competition for my least favorite movie of all time? This one's in that conversation. I'd say it's bottom 10. Because I went into this and I was like, oh, people all hate this movie. From what I had gathered, it was because people didn't like how feminist it was. And I was like, okay, so they're just being sexist. They're being people on the internet. Then I watched it and realized, oh my god, the theme of this movie is men are horrible, disgusting pigs who deserve to get killed. So I get it. No, this movie's horrendous, okay? There are ways to do this theme and make it good. And many movies have done that. But in this movie, all men, without exception, are horrible, disgusting pieces of shit who deserve to get murdered. And do get murdered in this movie. So, yeah. As a guy, you're not gonna get me wanting to rewatch this. Now we have Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. If it weren't for the second half where you get Ricky going crazy, going insane, you know, getting all that fun performance, I'd put it in the bottom, because the first half is literally the first movie cut down and retold. That's not a joke. It's that was their whole goal, was that they were going to do that. They were going to just cut down the first movie and release it as a new film. But the director said, no, I want to record some new stuff. So that's what they did. So I'm going to stick it in Ho Ho No rather than in the bottom. It should go in the bottom, but I had some fun with the wacky performances, so it's not. Now, finally, we get to talk about a good movie again. I've been spending so much time down in the bottom here. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. With, like, Frosty the Snowman, and one more that we'll talk about here soon, Toy Story That Time Forgot. These are the three, like, shorts that I had on, like, we had them recorded on TV that I'd watch all the time when I was younger. I think Rudolph has become my favorite of those three. I've watched it this year, actually. I'm still only going to put it in stocking stuffer, but if I had to pick, like, a short Christmas movie, actually, I'd pick Charlie Brown Christmas. But if I had to pick a second one, it would be Rudolph, because it's fun, and I enjoy it, and I like the stop-motion stuff, so, yeah. Harry Potter. Like I said, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. So is Harry Potter, okay? And I would be way more prone to watch Harry Potter on Christmas than Die Hard. And there's only like 2 scenes of Christmas in this one. But, like I said, this one is going to go in Jingle All the Way. This is probably, I think all of the Harry Potter movies are fantastic. But I'm still only going to put it in Jingle All the Way because, like I said, with the movies in here as well, like Die Hard and Black Christmas, just because it's in this tier doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It just means I wouldn't watch it on Christmas. Now we have Frosty Returns. And if you haven't seen this movie, you're in the vast majority of the planet. But I, one year, got curious, and I was like, oh, there looks like there's another Frosty the Snowman on TV. So I recorded it. This movie's awful. This movie's so horrible. I haven't watched it in years, so it's been a while. But even as a kid, I was like, wow, this is terrible. And that's coming from a kid whose favorite movie was Yogi Bear. So, like, you gotta be really bad for me as a child to be like, wow, that sucks. So, yeah, that one's gonna go in naughty. Now we have the Santa Claus 2. Now, it does not really make sense to talk about the Santa Claus 2 before the original Santa Claus, but here we are. Santa Claus 2 is going to go into stocking stuffer. I haven't seen Santa Claus 3, but I've heard it's much worse. So, this one's just, it's a sequel to the Santa Claus. It's fine. I didn't really get much from it. If I'm going to watch a Santa Claus movie, I'm just going to watch the original. But, yeah, not unwatchable. All right, we're almost done here. We got the final 8 movies, the home stretch. And we're starting off with a banger. We got a SpongeBob Christmas. This is an episode of TV. This is different from, like, the short films and Christmas, like, specials, because it's literally an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. But this is borderline my favorite episode of SpongeBob because I have so much nostalgia for this and just this show in general. I was obsessed with SpongeBob from about kindergarten to 2nd grade. It was literally, I had a SpongeBob lunchbox, backpack. It was all SpongeBob, okay? And this Christmas special, much like some of the other films I've talked about, was something I watched as a kid so much. Every single day of December, I wanted to watch this one. It's a stop-motion SpongeBob Christmas special, and I love it. I still have so much nostalgia for it that I have to at least put it in Jingle All the Way. But I'm seriously I'm going to stick it in Jingle All the Way because I wouldn't watch it every year. It's not something that I would always go back to, but it is something that I will always have nostalgia for and always remember as one of the best Christmas episodes in any show ever. So it could go up to the top, but I'm going to leave it in Jingle All the Way. Then we have Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Yes, that's the whole title. Naughty. This one's naughty. Okay? I saw the first Jack Frost and I was like, all right, that was pretty terrible. I heard that the second one is more like just insane. Like they just do more fun, random stuff. It's worse. It's significantly worse. Because at least the first one is consistent. This one has some gory kills, some fun moments, but the humor that they decide to put in this one is like toddler level humor. Like some of the jokes in this you'd find in an episode of Paw Patrol or Sesame Street or something like that. Like there's child humor with nudity and gory kills. So it's just so inconsistent tonally that I cannot even begin to have fun with it because I don't know whether it's going full child movie or full horror or neither. And I don't know. I don't like it. Toy Story That Time Forgot. This was another one of the ones that I used to watch all the time as a kid. Stocking stuffer. Like, it's much like Frosty, much like Rudolph. I'm not going to watch it nowadays. Like, I'm not going to put on Toy Story That Time Forgot in December anymore. But for the fond memories, it at least has to go in the middle. Christmas with the Cranks. Now, this is the most recent film I have seen on this list. Not like most recent I've watched, but most recently I've watched for the first time. And this one's tough because there was so much of it that I really liked and so much of it that I really didn't like. And I think the parts I didn't like outweigh the parts I did like. So I'm going to stick this one into ho ho no. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I love Tim Allen. This movie just isn't very good. The first half, they're like, no Christmas, absolutely. I guess Tim Allen is not. Jamie Lee Curtis is kind of like, no, maybe we should. He says no Christmas at all, which makes zero sense. I get it, he's trying to save money, but like, you're going on a cruise. You can at least do some of the traditions before you leave. Like, it just didn't make any sense. Jamie Lee Curtis, she's pretty likable in this. And then they just do a complete turnaround, and now we have to do everything in, like, the span of a day. And, it just, I didn't like it. And the final four here, Silent Night, 2012. This is the remake to Silent Night, Deadly Night. And it has nothing to do with it. I'm going to stick this one into ho ho no as well. It's not good. It has some very gory kills, some good moments in it. But otherwise, it's just a remake of the original that has nothing to do with the original besides having a Santa Claus killer with a Friday the 13th level killer reveal. Literally, it's like, oh, that one guy that was related to that other guy that we also never saw. Oh, that's cheap. Why didn't I think of that? Just make it a character we never knew. That way, we can never guess who it is. I did not like this movie. Gremlins. You're never going to be disappointed with Gremlins. That's the big thing with this movie. You'll never be disappointed with Gremlins. You know what you're getting, and you get it. You know what you're going into this movie for, and it will always deliver. Personally, for me, wouldn't watch it on Christmas. Not much of a Christmas movie for me. But still, I'd say it's more Christmas than some of the other ones that are heavily debated. Because it does have like a little bit to do with Christmas. I'd still only stick it in Jingle All the Way. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Would I really watch it on Christmas? No, probably not. But still, a fun time. Now we have Iron Man 3, another movie that takes place around the Christmas season that counts as a Christmas movie, according to your guys' logic. Yes, I've seen a lot of lists that this was included as a Christmas movie. But I'm still only sticking it in ho ho no. I just don't like this movie. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that it's not a Christmas movie. I just don't like it, okay? I don't like either of the Iron Man sequels. It's much better than Iron Man 2, but still not very good. there's parts of it that are good, but the Mandarin twist where it's like, oh, look, it's just this actor guy, even though he could have been one of the most intimidating villains in the entire MCU up to this point, and they just pull the rug out from under you for a joke. So I did not enjoy Iron Man 3, but it's not awful. And last but not least, the final film I have on this tier list, closing out this huge video, we have the Santa Claus. And the Santa Claus, it's for sure stocking stuffer. I'm debating if I should leave it there or if I should bring it up to Jingle All the Way. You know what? It's the holiday season. Let's bring it up. Jingle All the Way for the Santa Claus. The only part is that, like, I don't think this is one that I would go to very often. Like, if I'm going through and watching some Christmas movies, like I did last night, I watched, like, 3 of them. I watched Home Alone 2, and The Muppets Christmas Carol. I don't think this one would ever be one that I'm like, yeah, you know what, I gotta watch that one. I don't think it would really do that. I just think I would probably skip over it and find something better to watch, because there's so many good ones. But I still enjoy it. I have a fun time with it. It's good. It kind of bends logic, but a lot of kids' movies do, and a lot of other Christmas movies on this list, such as, like, the Home Alone movies, bend logic, so I'm not giving that as a huge knock, but, just not one that I would seek out all that often, but if someone put it on, I would have a good time. So, yes. That is finally the end of my Christmas movie tier list. This is every Christmas movie, miniseries, episode, short film, holiday special, everything I have seen, all ranked on a tier list. I'm glad there was only a few at the bottom, because even some of the bad Christmas movies, I'm not going to have a bad time watching, because it gets you in the holiday spirit. If someone puts them on, I'll have fun. And that is going to be it for today's video. Remember, if you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. So, and you want to see more videos like it in the future, comment down below some more video ideas for me, and stay tuned for whatever I post next. You can hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when I post, whatever that is. And make sure to have a fun and safe holiday season with whatever it is you celebrate around this time, no matter if it's Christmas, Hanukkah, anything. Just have a fun and safe holiday, and I'll see you guys whenever I see you.